All right, everybody. So I made a video I think it was last week, just talking about the fact that I went ahead and asked for a raise, and it didn't really turn out the way I wanted to. It was basically keep working hard, and the opportunities will come, and the company recognizes the hard work you're putting in, and you know all that while they're throwing more and more responsibility on my plate and not compensating me at all for it. On top of that, while people are constantly quitting and getting fired, like it's just a mess, and a bunch more work is being thrown on my plate along with other individuals too. But when it comes to this, I'm concerned about myself and how I'm compensated, and I don't feel and I didn't feel that I was being compensated properly, and I went ahead and asked for a raise, and like I said, it didn't go well, and I didn't get one. And I don't know if I shot myself in the foot or not. I don't know if I'm on the radar for the company now. But honestly, I don't really care because I'm applying to new jobs. And, while applying to new jobs can be a pain in the ass, and I really don't enjoy doing it because it's like a second job when I come home from work every day, or I'm spending my lunches applying, it's what I need to do because this company is not a good fit for me anymore. I kind of took this job because I needed it. I wanted to have some income, coming in once I had, moved to this new state. I moved out of my parents' place earlier on this year. I felt like it was time to just get a fresh start. If you watch my videos constantly, you probably know the story already, but I'm in my mid 20s, moved out of my parents' place earlier on this year. Wanted to just get a fresh start. Just be out on my own, be independent. You know, just gain some exposure. I lived in the same little town my whole life up through my mid 20s. So I was like, man, I'm young, I'm single, no kids. I wasn't really loving my job back home that I had, so I was like, fuck it. If there's any time to do it, now's the time. So I kind of just picked up and started over. Got a fresh start in another city, or in a new city, I guess I should say. And I ended up landing this job that I have now. It's not in a field that like I expected to be in, but I kind of just landed in it. And now that I'm about 6 months into the job, I've had enough of it. I feel overworked, underappreciated. The company's kind of like falling apart. People are literally quitting and getting fired like every other day. More work is being thrown on our plate, like literally, not even like little things, like work from other departments is getting thrown on our plate because people are leaving, and it's just mayhem, and things are constantly changing. And I've had enough of it. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. I feel overworked, and I feel like I deserve more. Now, if I was compensated properly for it, I would be a little bit more comfortable with it. But to be honest, I felt like I was underpaid when I first started. So now with all this extra work, I definitely feel underpaid. And I know a lot of other people in the company feel the same way, especially in my department. So with all that being said, I went in and asked for a raise, and they didn't give it to me. Like I said, they gave me the whole keep working hard. We recognize what you're doing, and opportunities will present itself. So I made it clear that I wasn't happy about it, but I walked out and decided that it was time to start applying. So I went and updated my resume and my, LinkedIn and all my online profiles for job searching sites and all that kind of stuff. And I started looking. I feel like not only myself, but other people that work for the company are also looking. I know they are. They've told me. And, my current company is going to end up losing some really good employees, some people who work really hard and provide, good work and a lot of value for them. It seems like they don't appreciate us. And, no one wants to be, unappreciated, especially by their employer. So they're going to end up losing some good people. That's what's going to happen. And I'm probably going to be one of them, hopefully sooner than later. So yeah, I wanted to give you guys an update on, where I'm at with my current, job situation and my job search. As far as like what my plans are, I'm applying to a bunch of stuff, but I want to be a little bit more selective. I was pretty open to things when I was applying to this job because I didn't have a job, but now I do, so I can be a little bit more selective since since I have income for the time being. But as far as what I'm looking for, I want a pay increase. Number one, that's one of the most important things. Right now, I'm in the office 5 days a week. If I could find something hybrid, that would be fantastic. I have not had that yet. My current job and my job before were in the office 5 days a week. So that would be kind of cool. At least something for me to like try, right? Like I've never worked from home. So I would like to see what that's like. And finally, I'm looking for something that at a minimum I can I can deal with, preferably something I enjoy. But I'll be honest, man. Every day I wake up and go to work, I'm just dreading it. I'm dreading the bullshit that I have to deal with, all the changing that goes on at the company and in my department, and I'm like, what new responsibility am I gonna have to take on today, and all that while I feel just underpaid. Like, I don't know, man. You put all those things together, and it's really frustrating. And again, I know I'm not the only person that feels this way, and I don't want to sound like I'm a complainer because I really try not to be. And I am grateful for having a job, but man, this company is something else. Let me tell you, like between the constant change and being underpaid and overworked and in my opinion undervalued, like all those things put together day in and day out, 5 days a week, like it's just a grind, man. It's pretty miserable to be honest. And you know, I'm the type of person where I feel like I'll probably never be genuinely happy working for someone else. Like I feel like I would only be happy if I was building something like on my own, with a greater good in mind, if you will, like trying to work towards something and build something bigger than myself. And I think that's part of why I started this channel is because I think it's like the first step to doing that. And I don't have to answer to anyone when I do this. Like I'm just making my own content and talking about the things I want to talk about. And if anyone doesn't like it, then they just don't have to watch it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to answer to a manager or a supervisor or a director or, I just don't, or clients. Like I don't have to worry about all that shit when I'm making these videos. So hopefully, hopefully things will change the next year. Hopefully I get a new job and hopefully YouTube picks up even more. I can't I can't thank you guys enough for the support that I get on these videos, like the comments, the likes, and the views and everything. Like, I appreciate you guys more than you can imagine. Um, but yeah, I definitely just wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm at. So, moral of the story is I started applying to new jobs. Hopefully, I can land something earlier on in the new year rather than later. But yeah, man, I'm just not happy where I'm at, and life's too short to stick around somewhere that you're not happy at, man. You got to be happy doing what you're doing, or at least you got to be able to tolerate it. And I feel like I'm beyond that at this point. So that's it, man. I'll keep you guys updated. I appreciate you guys as always. If you're new here, I post every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern time, I post all kinds of content about personal finance, life experiences. Been posting a lot about my job recently, just keeping you guys updated on where I'm at. So if you like this kind of content or you feel like you can relate to it, definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.